My name is Dorota. I studied French and Spanish, so modern languages course in Oxford between 2007 and 2011 at St. John's College. But after that, I actually spent most of my time in technology. So I live in London, and I have, since graduating, I've worked for 3 very different technology companies, which has been an amazing experience. My first real job after university was very much focused on languages, and I was hired in a tech company, but as an analyst, mainly thanks to languages, French, Spanish, and also Polish, which is related to my background. So, I was doing a lot of research using computer and technology to support my work, but it was very much linked to my linguistic skills. But because it was a very small dynamic company, there were many opportunities on the job to get involved with other projects and meet people who were working perhaps on the product side. That means actually building the software that we were using. And gradually I found that part of the job more and more interesting. Just thinking of my closest friends, I know some of them have decided to stay in academia and kind of continue with the passion for languages by continuing to do a PhD. I know someone who works for the radio. Every now and then I kind of hear her name on BBC. There's someone else involved in kind of independent filmmaking. There are quite a few people working for the tech sector as well, public sector. So there's a huge variety of careers. And actually, when I decided to study languages, I thought that the main default career paths afterwards are, either you're a translator or a teacher. But frankly, it's such a flexible degree that teaches you so many skills, and then it's up to you how to apply them. I certainly did not consider technology when I was applying to university. And in fact, I'm waiting for a day when I meet my old IT teacher and tell him that I've made a career out of tech. I like to think that myself and also colleagues of the same role in my team, we are the sort of glue that holds everything together from a customer's point of view. So we are responsible for the relationship between the company and the customer after they have purchased our product. The customer has signed up to be with us for a year, perhaps for 3 or 5 years. So what happens next? Usually the excitement dwindles, but we have to keep people we are working with on the customer side motivated to keep leveraging our platform to the best of the possibility, and just make sure that they are realizing value when it comes to the renewal after 3 or 5 years. You want that conversation to be easy, and you want it to be a straightforward yes. And if we hadn't done our job good, it becomes a problem for the company and the customer. We use a range of tactics. So from establishing very close relationships with our counterparts on the customer side through organizing events, organizing training sessions, sometimes sending them a t-shirt to just make them excited about our company, to educating ourselves on the constantly evolving product that we're selling and passing on that knowledge in a way that makes sense to the customer and matches their business objectives. But also working internally with our product team and saying, hey, this feature that you're working on is generating so much excitement. Let's speed this up. A project that is very close to my heart as a Londoner is the work that we're doing for the Met Police. We provide secure storage and collaboration solutions for them. But every time I interact with my counterparts at the Met Police, I think it's much more than work. We're talking about using technology to support issues that you might hear about, from the radio. It gives me tremendous satisfaction that my company and myself play a tiny part in any success that the Met organization have. For sure, organization, because there's going to be a lot of different kinds of activities in any day. So anything ranging from customer interactions to just having to lock yourself down for an hour to listen to a webinar or a training course to learn something new. and you have to find a balance for both. So you have to, both be reactive. Ability to prioritize is super important. You have to be able to react quickly to any customer issues, but also not just, you can't just spend all the time replying to every email after 5 minutes, because you also have to find time for your own learning, your own progress, and longer term projects. And I think communication skills, so organization, prioritization, and communication skills. And I'll add to that the willingness to learn new things constantly. That's a given. There's always going to be need for people with hard technical skills, coding, but what also counts, even among the most technical folks, is that they also have the ability to simplify, to kind of translate business needs. We often see technology as just full of people with very technical skills, but for each technical person, there's someone else who has to act as almost as a translator between the business and the tech. And I see, whether it's technical writing, so just documenting the amazing things that our engineers build, or marketing them to people in a way that helps them understand how this new feature will help me do my job faster and leave the office at 5 rather than 5:30. So there's going to be growth in all of those roles, I think, that are, technical enough to understand the complex issues, but also close enough to being able to communicate them efficiently to non-technical stakeholders. See if there are any opportunities to do work in any way related to technology in whatever you're studying. So perhaps if you're studying linguistics, you can, there are ways to leverage technology for some of the research, or perhaps just, read about it, see if there is a professor who's specializing in this area. Especially for the entry level roles, there's always extensive training on any software. Sometimes, it could be anything between a month to 3 months. So as long as you can prove your interest in technology and kind of general capability, it's fine. And, focus on presenting other skills like working on projects, working under pressure, being organized, which pretty much any degree taken seriously is likely to give you. And just make sure you, either through your course or extracurricular activities, top up your skills with transferable abilities that you can then apply to the job. And don't necessarily think that you have to have it all figured out when you're 18 or 19. I would definitely encourage people to consider tech industry, but I would also say, my job description didn't even exist when I started my degree. So there's going to be jobs that I don't know about yet, that you haven't heard of, that will appear in 10, 15 years time, that might be a great career for you that you just don't know about when you apply to Oxford. So if you're dedicated, if there's something that you're really passionate about, don't hesitate, go for it.